Support for Ripple Effects comes from the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs, sponsor of the National Clearinghouse on Disability and Exchange, administered by Mobility International USA. To learn more, go to www.miusa.org. I'm Justin Harford, Project Coordinator with Mobility International USA, bringing you a second season of Ripple Effects, Travelers with Disabilities Abroad. This time, as part of our #AccessToUSA campaign, we bring you the stories of international students with disabilities studying in the United States. The goal is that more people will hear the stories and start to think about what is possible. After learning about opportunities to study in the United States, you might be thinking, well, great. But how will I afford it? Many international students with and without disabilities ask the same question. The answers are as diverse as international students themselves. There are many scholarships for graduate study in the United States offered by the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs and the U.S. Agency for International Development. Part of the mission of these agencies is to make these opportunities open to everyone. They actively encourage people with disabilities to apply and frequently host webinars for potential applicants with disabilities to learn about the programs and how to participate. These programs are open to everyone, whether you have a disability or not.
Okay, so my name is Sameh Salalha. I'm from Palestine.
Sameh found such an opportunity in the U.S. Agency for International Development Master's Scholarship Program for students from the West Bank in Palestine. He had a dream to get his master's degree in teaching English as a second language to increase access to English for other blind Palestinians like himself.
They're looking for people who need to make improvements and who are excited to make some change in the society.
Sameh was exactly what the U.S. Agency for International Development was looking for. He had already finished studies in teaching English as a second language in the West Bank. After graduating from An-Najah University, he applied for teaching positions at several English schools, but feels that he was refused an opportunity because of his disability. He volunteered for 3 years and carried out an exhaustive project in which he made English language textbooks more accessible to blind people. After completing an application process with essays, questions, and an interview, Sameh was on his way to studying in the United States.
They provided me, I should say, they covered everything. Like I don't think I will be able to talk about each aspect of their support since they are covering different things. They're covering like our flights, our residential life here. They provided us as a sort of income to be able to purchase, to do like purchase food, do these things. They provided me also with training sessions with the 3 different trainers. One of them is the mobility orientation training. The second is the rehabilitation training, and the third one is the technology training. I received all these types of training in the US, how to handle lots of things since I'm living independently now. They provided me with a braille note-taking device, which is called a Vario Ultra device, to be able to use it in my classes, to take notes and read books. So they also provided me with a very important aspect in our lives, which is the technology fee, where I can purchase whatever I need in whatever technology I need to use in my education here at Nazareth College.
It is a good idea to contact the financial aid and international student offices of the university where you want to study to learn about funding opportunities like loans and scholarships. While a lot of funding is only available to U.S. citizens and permanent residents, colleges do offer opportunities specifically for international students. Are you an international student with a disability who has studied or who is studying in the United States? #AccessToUSA needs you. Learn more about how you can join the #AccessToUSA campaign. Tell us your story and share your insights at MobilityINTL on Twitter, Mobility International USA on Facebook, and www.miusa.org for our website. sometimes colleges like Oregon State University want to facilitate international exchange at the local level. They do this by providing financial support to international students in exchange for teaching community members about the customs and culture of their home countries. Shivangi Agrawal, a 2016 Oregon State University graduate with congenital disabilities in the hands and feet, has found one such opportunity.
Yeah, the scholarship is called ICSP, International Cultural Service Program. It's like being an ambassador for your country in the university and the community in the city that you're in. So basically, it involves me having to go to like churches in this town, or classes, and presenting about my country about different topics. So for example, a few terms ago, I was invited to go to speak at this philosophy class about Hinduism and religion in India, and that was very interesting.
Before you come to the United States, you have to prove that you can support yourself for 12 months or 2 semesters. At the same time, many scholarships are only available after you arrive. This means, like Sharif Rashid, who recently earned his master's degree from Grand Valley State University, Michigan, you might have to get creative.
I got support from my family members. They contributed, to my tuitions. I sponsored myself for like 2 semesters, and I need to find tuitions for 4 semesters. I was able to pay for 2 semesters, and I got scholarships, applied for different scholarships. I got some, I didn't get some, that's life. And I got a graduate assistantship, which paid for part of my tuitions with some stipends. That was how I finished my master's degree.
Shivangi's family even used loans so she could get through her first 2 semesters until she got her opportunity from Oregon State University.
And so we had to take a loan, and so that was very difficult, I think, for my parents. But I think it turned out well, because once I got here, I got a scholarship. It's not a full ride scholarship, but it's like 3/4. It covers 3/4 of the cost, and I got a job here, which helped me cover all my rent and all my food and other expenses.
Yes, money is something that you have to think about when planning your study in the United States, but it is not a barrier. Check with the Education USA Advising Center at the U.S. Embassy in your home country and the university that you want to attend to learn about financial opportunities. Invite family, friends, and even community organizations like Rotary to contribute to your dream. Take a job in your home country to save up money, and finally, fill in the remaining funding gaps with loans from U.S. banks or other lending institutions. Lastly, don't hesitate to contact us at the National Clearinghouse on Disability and Exchange. We are happy to guide you in making your #Access to USA dream a reality. I'm Justin Harford, and thank you for listening to Ripple Effects. Visit www.miusa.org to learn more about Mobility International USA and our mission to advance disability rights and leadership globally, and to share with us your ripple effect.